Welcome to Tempo Storm's deck introduction for Dragon Priest. Roaming the mean streets of Gadgetzan are several new additions, exclusive to the Priest class, which have helped Dragon Priest emerge on the ladder. The ability to drop overstated Priest class minions on turn 1 and 2, Twilight Whelp and Wormrest Agent, has always been key to Dragon Priest's success. When Dark Cultist rotated out of Standard, sustaining tempo in a Dragon Priest was difficult and arguably led to its downfall. The addition of Cabal Talon Priest, functionally a better Dark Cultist, and having access to Dragon Resilient board clear in the form of Dragonfire Potion has made Dragon Priest a viable archetype once again. While different iterations of Dragon Priest are floating around and having some success, it seems that the Dragon variant will likely reign supreme over Priest decks as the meta settles. To understand how to pilot Dragon Priest effectively, you first have to realize where this deck's power ultimately comes from, the ability to make effective use of your hero power, Lesser Heal. On turns 1 through 4, you can drop minions onto the board that redefine vanilla stats with their massive health pools. These minions can trade and sustain through your opponent's creatures with help from the Priest hero power and cards like Power Word Shield. This allows you to continue to develop your board more effectively than your opponents. In these early turns, your primary goal is to develop the board while keeping your minions healthy and hard to kill. Exactly what this means is very situational. For instance, if you're queuing against the now dominant Reno Warlock, your opponent's likely early removal spells are going to be Mortal Coil, Hellfire, and Shadow Bolt. So developing and buffing multiple minions beyond their respective health points can be the difference between your opponent clearing the board or you overwhelming your opponent. As you move into the mid game, continue to use the same strategy, but begin to consider the out your opponent may have at their disposal. Be wary of overdeveloping your board into a clean AoE clear for your opponent. Draconoid, Operative, and Bookworm sit at a higher 6 health stat line, and keeping those guys healthy should take priority as you move into later turns. Also keep in mind that even though minions like Blackwing Corruptor and Wormrest Agent interact with dragon synergies, they will be affected by your own Dragonfire Potion, and surrendering these minions in mid-game trades will often be preferable to your own dragons if you are reserving the potion for removal. Azure Drakes and Netherspite Historians serve as the primary source of sustain in this deck. While some deck lists will use actual finishers like Ysera, Netherspite has a surprisingly high chance to discover a powerful dragon. 9 out of the 22 dragons are late-game legendaries, and since Discover gives you 3 options, it's likely that you'll see one of these late game cards because of the Historian's ability. Keep this in mind as you plan when to play the Netherspite and what you're looking for. Lastly, don't forget that Dragon Priest has limited burst potential in AoE clear. Your goal as you pilot Dragon Priest is to get control of the board, maintain it, and use your developed board to finish the game. This is your priority in literally every matchup. We are still in the early stages of a newly forming meta, and many cards in the deck are flexible. The non-negotiable core of this deck, however, are the primary dragon synergies. Just how much cycle, removal, tech cards, and early game options like Blackwing Technician are negotiable. With the core minions in place, feel free to experiment with the surrounding options and enjoy the different flavors of Dragon Priest as you climb the ladder this season. Right now, pirates are everywhere, and they love to assist weapons, so adding an acidic swamp ooze is a reasonable consideration. Some players have even teched a Defender of Argus to help with the later aggression of Pirate Warrior, so don't fear the Reaper. Blizzard has made some major improvements to Priest. While it'll be interesting to see how the class fares when key cards from Blackrock Mountain phase out, since everyone loves playing around with the new dragons, now is the perfect time to hit the ladder with this rejuvenated archetype. If you missed our Future of Priest video, be sure and check out why we think Blizzard pushed the dragon archetype and why it was destined to be the strongest style for Priest in the mean streets of Gadgetzan. Feel free to leave your feedback and subscribe to the channel. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.